Perspective Blog X Lakers-fandom. Before we get to the content, I would like to thank all my subscribers for your support. If you are not a subscriber, I invite you to support the channel, subscribe, and turn the notifications on. Thank you for your support. Hello, Lakers fans. Much to talk about. The first thing I want to get off my there was a few things here. Another triple-double for LeBron James. LeBron James, 22, 11, and 10. 11 assists, 10 rebounds, 22 points. Excellent performance. We got Montrez with 27 points, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds. This is the thing. The guys I'm going to mention now are supposed to be the bench, right? The guys. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back to the starters, right? So KCP got 14 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. Then we get LeBron James with the triple-double, 22 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. Then we get Jones. And the thing with D. Jones is that he scored 8 points, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds. And Markieff Morris, 7 points and 5 rebounds. Shooter, 6 points, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. All right. So, good performance for starters who usually in the position of starting center. Jones is not the starting center, may be the starting center if he keeps putting numbers and all that kind of stuff, because right now Marc Gasol is not putting that many numbers. He's blocking shots. He did block 1 shot here. Coward Poole had 1 block and 1 steal. Morris had 1 steal. Schroeder had 1 steal. So, those are solid numbers for a starting team. Maybe not a championship team, but a starting team. But this is the part that we got to pay attention, because these 3 guys represent part of the future of the Lakers with Anthony Davis. Remember, Anthony Davis is out, so we got to put this in consideration. So this was the bench points. Kaycock had 4 points, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds, all that in 5 minutes, right? McKinney in 12 minutes had 2 points and 4 rebounds. And I'm gonna go with the blocks and the steals, but let me put it here. Montrez, like I said, 27 points, 1 assist, 5 rebounds. Taylor Horton-Tucker, THT, the guy that I mentioned before anybody was talking about him, before last year performance, before he I mentioned him when he was picked in the draft, right? THT, Taylor Horton-Tucker, had 18 points 10 assists and 4 rebounds. And let me because he had one steal too, right? Kyle Kuzma had 17 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. So we got 3 guys that are uh, part of the young people there, right? These guys are part of the future of the Lakers, and they are going to be there unless they, for some reason, uh, the Lakers decide to do something else. They can be there as part of the future of the Lakers. Um, we still have a position to fill up. Unfortunately, we can't. Um, uh, we're hard capped, so we won't be able to fill up um, Dudley's, Jared Dudley's position. I don't know how this injury, it might be the last we'll see him at least this season. I don't know. He might. I think he talked about retirement. So I don't know how we, if we can fill up that spot uh, with no other than um, with no other than a veteran. And I don't know at this point who can. Like I don't know if the hard cap will allow us to fill that position, but we have a position to fill as outside of that position. So the Lakers um, may look for somebody they can pay. The only reason I would say that somebody like Drummond would get to the Lakers is that he sees a future in the Lakers, but he's been offered a multi contract with New York, and he knows he can get minutes there, and he knows he can get minutes in the Lakers. I don't know if the Nets are attractive to him, but if they are, we are going to have a battle with the Nets in the finals if we get there, which I think we will. Um, and it's going to take a lot. Our defense have to be able to stop that gigantic offense of the Nets. Um, it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky, um, and we're gonna see how good of uh, you know of coach Frank Vogel is, because that's gonna be a really difficult um, team to guard. And we know that Frank Vogel is a defensive, um, a real defensive uh, genius. His offense is always his weaker point as a coach. Being said that, uh, I saw something that I don't know if I mentioned in the when I was talking with AC the last time we talked, which was I think either 2 weeks ago. I have made massive mistakes, like sending him, uh, you know, the links right before the show would start. So, if you haven't seen him in the show, it's my bad. It's my bad. Uh, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Um, I always thought it was a good idea to put Montrez kind of as a power forward. Uh, uh, not just defensively, but offensively. And I saw Vogel doing some of that, where he put Jones as the center, and it was look. The good thing about that is Jones kind of opened um, space on the floor, so Montrez could maneuver, and that was um, I think that was one of the things that made that game easier for Montrez. And I'm not saying that he doesn't get married for his 27 points. I'm just saying that sometimes the way you make uh, the team on the floor, the pieces you put help the guys who can make the more points to actually do their job easier. And I think that even though that was not the case the whole game, there were a few times where Jones and Montrez were at the same time, and I saw Jones actually opening the paint by putting his ass out and kind of blocking the defense and all that kind of stuff, and doing really really low screens right underneath the basket, and that was I think something that came out of the bag of tricks from Vogel, and it was well played by Jones. Devin Jones is proving he's a good piece for the Lakers. And even if they don't get another center, I think Jones is going to be help because he's athletic. He's athletic and he can block shots. He's a I don't think he's that great of a rim protector, but he is a rim protector. Maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, and we get one of those diamonds in the rough that will become a star. Because he is everything I was asking for a center. Just we don't know if he is enough of that to make a difference. But what I have seen right now is better than what I have seen from Gasol. Now, the thing with Gasol is whether we agree or not of how productive he is, he's a floor spacer. And if you leave him alone on 3 points, 3 point line, he might score that shot. He's over 30, he's around 34, 35% there. And if not, if you go and guard him, who is gonna switch to Anthony Davis? And I you know, Anthony Davis is really hard to stop. And if Kuzma keeps putting this, uh, uh, performance, the performances because it's not just that he scored the 17 points, it's that made 4 assists, and he got uh, 5 rebounds, and he got 2 steals. All right, so he got 2 steals. Montrez had 3 steals. So that's something, I don't know if you saw it, but it's something that Kyle Kuzma actually mentioned before, that it was um, Kyle Kuzma said in an interview that he realized that the best way he could get him back into being the Kyle Kuzma that you have seen before, and the Kyle Kuzma that in the college basketball kind of rose to be a star, is that he did it on the defensive end, on the rebound game, and on the rim protection. And he's been some of that in the Lakers, and that has ignited his capacity to score too. Um, because you grow in confidence. Every time you do something great, even if it's on the defensive end, that translates to offense in your head. And, if you master your emotions in the NBA, that becomes a really, one of those things like LeBron James, when people insult him or something like that on when you make LeBron mad, he goes off, right? Uh, Same thing that when you do a defensive um, play that is great, if you master your emotions, when you go to the other side, you are going to see something fruitful also in the offense. So um, I like the energy. I like the energy of the team. I like the way the team uh, play all the system pretty well. The defense was great. Um, but this is a team that the Lakers can match up easier right now than a team that has somebody like Gobert. Um, like the Jazz. And I know the Jazz lost to the Warriors, but don't let yourself kid about that. The Jazz are still a dangerous team, a team that have inserted themselves into the competition for the championship. But the Lakers right now playing handicap, right now playing without people that are supposed to be part of the starting lineup, and these these numbers I like a lot because I see Montrez getting into it a little further. I see Kyle Kuzma getting into it a little further, and I see THT getting a double double and getting a record. I know he scored around 30 something points in the preseason, but in the season, his record was 17 points, and now he passed at 18. And he had, you know, having um, having um, 10 assists, you know, and a lot of those assists were to Montrez. Something I liked was that Horton Tucker and Kuzma fed a lot of the opportunities that Montrez had to score points. So that's pretty much what I have to say. Um, Now, if there is no comments, I'm definitely going to end it right here, and hopefully, um, we'll see more of this in the future. More of um, these games unfolding. Um, let's see if the Lakers keep going in second gear. I think they are getting there. Tonight the bench scored. Um, let's see, they scored. Doesn't say here. Okay, let's see. We get. I have no idea, but we won by 31, and the largest lead was 36. But obviously, the Lakers, um, 27 from Montrez, 18 from THT, and um, and 17 from Kyle Kuzma. That pretty much set the tone. Actually, from the starting lineup, the only guy who is among those points is LeBron James. KCP got 14. So, I mean, what else can we say about? I want to see if I can get the bench points here. Um, only if you count Kuzma, Montres, and um, and THT, you would have 62 points. So, and that's not all the points up from the bench. Um, so what can you say more than that? All right. So that's it. For the show, um, we'll talk. The next one is tomorrow. The next one, the next game is tomorrow, and we are getting the Timberwolves. It's going to be an interesting game. The Timberwolves. Um, they are. I don't know if they are tanking right now. I don't know. All I know is that it like a victory tomorrow would put the Lakers um, closing the gap. Still probably in the third place. So I think Phoenix won tonight, but definitely closing the gap. All right. So that's it. May God bless you. Be good. Um, take care of yourself. Take care of others, and go Lakers. Okay. We see you guys.